And you never know who you're going to run into. That's the beauty of it as well. You're moving in real time through the world just like everyone else is. And so you never know exactly how that interaction is going to happen, who those people may be. So it could be, someone that does all of a sudden want to do business with you. They're like, oh gosh, I really liked our conversation. What do you do for work? Oh, you're an agent. That's amazing. So we're thinking about selling in 6 months, right? You never know that. On the flip side too, it could be just a really great story or a lift me up that you need or an interaction that was so great that you weren't expecting and it made your day. Those things they come to you the more present and the more open you are with that posture. So it's really important to recognize that. That doesn't mean you always have to be doing that. Classic case, I travel a lot for work and we do all day trainings with teams, and I am pretty done the
Yeah,
end
so
of
you
that.
gave it your all, you gave it all your energy.
Gave it my all. So I am definitely headphones in, eyes down at the phone intentionally because I just am done. Right. So give yourself those moments too, not saying 24/7 be, open to all of this connection and communication. That's a bit unrealistic. But, sometimes people will pop you out of that too. I was waiting in line to board. This was last year that this happened. I was tired. I was scrolling on my phone. I was looking at
Right. Just
shopping. I was doing nothing.
right.
And this elderly lady behind me all of a sudden says, "Oh, she's shopping." And I immediately was like, "Ugh, don't really don't want to engage." And so I, turned around and I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I like that shirt." And then she went on to explain exactly every detail of why she liked the top. And she was a little louder because she was hard of hearing in the
Yes, that's
best moment,
makes
and
sense.
she just was adorable. And so I was like, "Okay, this is lovely." And then, when they have the people who need a little extra time to board started boarding, her comment, and they were elderly. Her husband had a cane, but we were in the general line. But those people who were boarding first, all of a sudden, she just out of the blue says, "Are they boarding first because they're old?" And again, she's loud. And I was like, "I just need you in my life." I was like, "That's
Yeah,
phenomenal. I wish
that
I
is
could hang
great.
out with you guys always." And the husband says, "Only if you drink wine. We drink a lot of wine at our house." And I was like, "Okay." And I'm talking about it still today. It was like a year
I know you
ago,
light
but
up.
it was
Yes.
it's those moments, right, that are kind of unexpected and unplanned where you're like, wow, that was just a beautiful interaction between people. I don't even know their names, don't even know where I was flying at the time, but it was just such a great pick me up in those kind of trenches of our day today.
Yeah, absolutely. You had mentioned early on, sometimes it's just something at the grocery store. So it's probably that same
Yeah.
sort of thing, right? Someone making a comment and, giving you a little
Yeah.
bit of energy or an actual compliment based on what
Mhm.
you're wearing or you grocery store. Great choice. I love that, whatever, that waffle mix,
Yes. Yeah.
whatever
Or,
happens to
"Hey,
be.
do you like this brand?" You see somebody looking and you're like, "Oh, maybe I wanna try something different. Do you like that? I've been meaning to try something." It's really any of those moments, and I think the beauty of that too is that then we can pay it forward. So, also thinking around how you could make those moments for somebody else. So to your point of if somebody walks by and you're like, "Fabulous shoes today. I love those." Right? Whatever that is. A couple years ago, I was running and I was coming up on a runner who was going to pass me. And we've all have seen this. So she looked like she had been running for like 25 days. She looked exhausted. She was, like, hunched over. She was really trucking, and I was like, "Oof, that's a tough one," right? And I was thinking that in my head, like, "Oof, I'm not there. I don't know what mile she's on, but I'm glad it's not me." And as we pass, she lifts her head, smiles, and says, "Hi, have a great run." And I was
My
like,
gosh. Wow.
"What?" And so to me, that was such a moment of connection that the rest of the run, I immediately thought to myself, anybody I pass, I'm going to say good morning to. And I did. It's like, good morning, good morning. And who knows if they cared about that or not, because she didn't know the impact that it made on me. But it really is those moments. And then it makes you feel good.
It
So,
does.
practicing that more in those types of moments will completely excel you in a business moment. The more you practice that in those safe places, the more it will excel. in those business moments.